Good evening, everyone. Great to have you with us. Thank you, everyone who's in the chat already. You are very welcome to join us on this Easter Sunday for a race around the Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi. This is round 12 of Division 4's championship in F1XL. And you are very welcome. Say hello in the chat, give us a wave if you're watching as well. I see Graham Core in here, Powell's in here. So good to have you with us. Say hello in the chat if you're with us. But someone who is with us this week, he wasn't with us last week, but it's okay, we'll forgive him because he's here this week, is Gunhead. Hello, welcome.
Hello, thank you very much. It's good to be back. Unfortunately, work does get in the way sometimes of our wonderful streams.
Indeed.
We're gone. We're on the way. We're on the way to Abu Dhabi.
Lovely. You were saying to me earlier on, you don't like this track.
No. I say that, but I've only done the new layout once, so on a thingy simulator game. So
fair enough.
I don't like the old version of this track.
Is the new version a slight? Is it an improvement? Would you say?
Not on my pace. No, but it is definitely an improvement.
Okay. Well, it seems you're a hard man to please. So.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I am. The new layout of this track, obviously, for last year, made. I don't know. I don't think it made as much of a difference as people were expecting it to in terms of overtaking and everything, because it just didn't seem to have as big an impact as I expected it to have on the track. But that being said, with league racing, it can make it a little bit more interesting. It gives you a couple of extra places where you can overtake and not worry about, dying in the corner.
Yeah.
Let me just click off the... I'm alive. Dry.
Good stuff.
Yes. So it's dry racing.
So,
Thank God.
when I put a little call out for people to say hello and stuff, Lethal Lynn's just waved and then flashes, he said. So I'm not quite sure what to make of that.
Dirty.
Very dirty.
I think I had to chat man for Lethal Lynn's.
Definitely. It's good to have you with us, Lethal Lynn's. He can't say anything back because he's on an outlap. So.
That's where he pauses it and says, I beg to differ.
Yeah.
So our first man on track, Brian Core leads the way. He's followed by the two Red Bulls, Saucy Chris, Pat Peter, and then Lethal Lynn's. I don't know what I'm expecting from this race. I'm just hoping that it's a safety car free race.
Yes, it would be good if it was a safety car free race.
Or if there is a safety car, it's due to one person making a mistake and not, 3 or 4 people DNFing at the same time.
Yes, that would also be preferable.
I'm sure that everybody is thinking the same thing, who is on track as well. Well, I'll say that, there could be somebody that's like, I hope everybody crashes out, and then I get, a free win.
Fair enough. Someone talking about free wins. Someone who did get a free win last time out. See what I did there? Was Judgy. So AsthmaFrog took the checkered flag last time out in not Abu Dhabi, because we're here in Abu Dhabi now this week. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. AsthmaFrog took the checkered flag. However, he didn't stay that way. He received a penalty and he got dropped all the way down to 4th. So that is a big big loss there. But he's still 55 points ahead in the championship standings. Do you think, oh, there's a little bit of a spin from somebody there in the final sector? We'll just continue on with Brian Core as he finishes his first flying lap. It sets the pace. Saucy Chris is unable to follow with pace setter because he's invalidated. And then Pat Peters coming to the pits. Yeah.
That was King Jamie was the one who had the spin. As Lethal Lins goes fastest now with a 124.7. And AsthmaFrog followed closely with 124.8. AsthmaFrog, that's not going to knock his confidence, I don't think. He's, like, so far the runaway leader of this championship. And I think he's mostly there through consistency more than anything else. He is fast, he's definitely fast, but he seems to be consistently fast everywhere we go.
He is consistently fast, and he's been pretty consistent throughout the whole season so far. And I think that is probably one of the main reasons why he is up in first place currently. But yes, things can change. It's a long old season, this. We're only just over halfway through. We've got plenty more rounds to go, and plenty can happen in a season. So we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, we've still got we've still got plenty of time to go. If he gets a couple of DNFs in a row and his main closest rivals get good results, then blows the championship wide open again. Obviously, the closest to him at the minute technically is Saucy Chris, followed by Richie, but Richie obviously no longer part of this particular championship. He's obviously moved up, and then it's DNG Titan behind those two. There is quite a big gap from sort of I'd say Richie. I'd say Richie from Asthma to the rest of the field in terms of consistently getting on those podiums. He's only won one race this season, taken out last week. And yet, like you say, 55 points clear at the top.
He is indeed. Right, just seen Hake Zhao jump up in the chat. Greetings from Cyprus. Oh, that's very fancy.
Show off.
Show off, indeed. Got to Cyprus for these holidays. Very nice. How's the weather? Fingers crossed for rain. Fingers crossed for rain.
I was going to say, this is where he said it's raining. Ha-ha! It's been dry all weekend here.
It has indeed. So, let's go through the actual standings as they stand completely, because we talked about AsthmaFrog being 55 points ahead, but we don't know who he's 55 points ahead of, only, unless you have the standings up in front of you.
I
which is
do have the standings up in front of me.
Saucy Chris on 95.
Yeah, Saucy Chris having a good season. Suffering a little bit early on. He struggled to get on the points in the first race, and then he got fourth places in a row. And I think he skipped round 4 just to try and break that though. Round 5, I should say. Just to. Oh no, was it round 4? It was round 4 because round 3 was a sprint race as well. Yeah, I think he skipped Italy because he just wanted to get rid of that run of form of P4s all the time. And then it's DNG Titan in technical 3rd place. And he's only 56 points down. He's 1 point behind, 2 points behind Saucy Chris. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry.
57.
Richie being in the classification still messing me up.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I'm not doing very well here. You can dig me out anytime you want.
It's all right.
Lethal Lins.
Why on earth would I dig you out?
Sat in 5th on the chart, but 4th overall, technically, and he is our resident PlayStation player. Followed by Brian Core in the Haas team, and Stone Shuffle. Smith is another one that moved up a division quite early on, so that puts Bonta in P8 in the overall standings, followed by Beastie, who is a race winner, as is Bonta. I think we've had a new race winner every race since round 5.
That is
which is
not bad at all.
It's not bad at all. Obviously, the most recent one was Judgy. Judgy with his first race win. Our race winners are actually Judgy, GWA Panda, ECN UFC, Bonta, Brian Core, Stone Shuffle, not Richie, and AsthmaFrog. Yeah, Richie got 3, but... And I believe there are 8, 9, 10... 14 places separating all of the race winners. So you've got the first one in P1 overall in the championship standings, and the most recent winner in P15 overall in the standings, but he is also our most recent addition to the grid this season. Oh dear. Right, now that I'm done drowning on that one.
That's all right. Well, talking about drowning, Jake Howell said it did rain today, so yes. Potentially not drowning, but yeah, at least you got some bad weather, right? It's been lovely, actually, in good old Great Britain. Sun's been out, well, at least where I am.
Well, I've had the sun out all weekend. Sun's out, guns out, as they say.
Have you been taking people to the gun show where you are?
Potentially, yes. Maybe outside my house while I was cleaning out my gutters on my ladder. If you can count that.
Well, just for the algorithm, it's guns as in muscles and not actual guns.
Yeah, we are in the UK and actually have reasonable laws around it. So.
Woohoo! Shots fired.
Yeah,
as
the
it were.
Americans in the audience. Shots fired. That was good. Currently, our top 2 are the 2 Ferrari drivers. Lethal Lins and GWA Panda leading the way in this qualifying with 7.5 minutes to go. AsthmaFrog breathing down the next of the Ferraris as well in the Aston Martin. Now, if you replace those 2 Ferraris with Red Bulls, one would be looking at something very similar to real F1.
Ooh. This D&G Titan just jumped on board with him as he was trying to do a lap, and he's just had a great big moment there. Fortunately, he's kept it out of the barrier, but he's a long way on the grass that I've never seen actually anyone been to on the on this circuit. And looks like he's slowing down to let these guys past. He could probably just pull in off the track. So
he could just cut the corner, to be fair.
He could, yeah. But
you know, respect to the man. You know, he just kept out of the way of everybody and let them do their thing after his mistake. Going to clean up his tyres now, and I imagine he'll be jumping into the pits. Actually, after this one, I should say, to get a fresh set and try for a last ditch hurrah for a lap.
Now, one thing we did miss just then, as we were watching D&G Titan, is AsthmaFrog taking provisional pole position, 124.5. That's 2 full tenths ahead of Lethal Lins and Panda.
The speed
of
that Aston Martin of that Aston Martin man is quite something to watch. Now, I wonder if he's going to be one of those that if he wraps up the title at a certain point, he asks for a wild card in a higher league, just to see what his pace is like compared to the division above.
Yeah, if there's like a space or something.
Yeah, if there's a free seat, you wrapped up the championship. So, interesting to see.
There we go. Stone Shuffle
corner going in the
line
pits.
on 25.3. Field is pretty close, to be fair.
It's very close.
Yeah. Top 9
top
or
8
within
or
a
within
second.
a second.
Oh, top 8. Yeah. No, top 9. Top 9.
Top 9. My life's on 126.3.
Oh, that's a 26. Oh, there we go. Someone's asked how I am. Well, that's enough information for you. I thought 5 was a 6.
Have you had a good Easter Sunday?
I have had a very good Easter Sunday, thank you. It's been full of friends and family, a nice pub meal, and some Easter biscuits, which are a bit of a delicacy down where I'm from originally in the West Country. They don't have them anywhere else in the world. Oh, Beastie! Oh, he's going. He's spun it and managed to get straight into the pit lane. That's quite impressive. I'll clip that one.
that'll be a replay in between qualifying and the race, I think.
That was genuinely quite impressive. He did really well to avoid that.
I shall tip my bonnet to you, Beastie.
Right, we've got 4.5 minutes left of this session. We'll jump on board with Panda, who's currently in third place, 124.7, his fastest time so far. And we'll be looking to go one better than he did last week, which was second place. Yeah, he qualified well there as well. So hopefully for him, he'll be able to string it all together and put in a good lap, get him onto the front row of the grid.
Well, during the onboard with Panda, I noticed that My Life moved himself up into P6 now. We do now have the top 9 within a second.
There we go.
125.1 on that particular effort. So I don't think he'll have enough time to get back round and get on a new set of tyres and go back round for another lap though. So I'd say that is probably the best we're going to see from My Life. He's going a little bit out of sync with the rest.
Yes, but that is not bad at all. It's not bad in the middle. Panda did flash up purple in sector 2 for Panda, so it looks like he's on a decent lap with just over 3 minutes left to go. Jake saying, "Where's the Tokyo Drift music when you need it?" Exactly. Oh, and he goes pole. Nice. 124.5. Just pipping AsthmaFrog. Do you think he's probably got enough in his tyres to do another lap, or is that going to be it with the time remaining?
I'd say that's probably going to be it for Panda. But AsthmaFrog has just started his next effort, which, again, if he doesn't invalidate, will be his last effort as well. So I'm going to stick on board with the Aston Martin guy, dude, geezer, and see what he can do. And he is up on his time, currently after the first split.
Not by much, so 0.08 of a second. That is a pretty tight margin, even in Formula One, where the smallest margins end up to be very big. But it looks like maybe Stone Shuffle gave him a bit of a tow down the straight. Bit of teamwork there.
Nice little bit of team effort going in there, and he loses it.
Oh,
little bit too excited on the throttle.
He's in the wall.
Too excited on the throttle, and he just loses the rear end under traction and sends him around. So that sets GWA Panda still on that provisional pole. Lethal Lindsay's going his out lap. Party Hard is on a lap, as is King Jamie will be the next to set a lap time.
What? There we go.
Sorry, there's a lot of people on track, and I didn't know who was next. That's a personal best middle sector for Jamie.
Now, I'm reliably informed by Jamie himself that he accidentally picked the wrong setup, or in his eyes, the wrong setup. He picked 5 instead of 4. So we expect him to be quick down the straight, but maybe a little bit slower and a little bit tail happy. Maybe understeery through this, the twistier sections of this track. Let's see what he does across the line. Is he able to improve? Yes, he is. 125.5. He was on a 26 before. So that is the top 10 within a second now. Come on. It's getting better. And then he's crashing the wall.
Sorry, I thought Lethal Linz was on a lap, but he's still on his out lap, I think. This game is confusing me. It says he's not on an out lap, but I've got a time running of 11 minutes for him, so I think he's starting his lap now.
Yes, DNG Titan and Beastie are under pressure now. They have DNG Titan has set a lap time, but Beastie definitely has not. We've caught a few drifting opportunity moments for him. Narrowly missing the pit wall. He's struggling with the last couple of corners, is Beastie, but he needs to stick in a valid lap time, otherwise he will be starting at the back of the grid. And DNG Titan definitely needs to improve on his lap time as well. I think he'll be first across the line, I'm looking at. So let's have a look, see what the McLaren driver does as he comes out of the final corner now. What will DNG Titan be able to do? That is good enough for 10th. 125.4. What can Beastie do around the final corner now? Power down. And that is still 12th, 125.8.
I'm on board now with Party Hard, who will be the next across the line. Currently sat in P9. I think he'll be hoping for an improvement here. He does improve, but stays in 9th overall.
Who's next? Is it Lethal Lynn's next? And he's invalidated. And it's not Sauce Chris, it's Pat Peter next. Let's jump on board. He's nearly 2/10 up on his time as he comes through the final corner. 125.2. He does improve, but not by much. Saucy Chris now. He's up by 1/10.5, it says, on his sector 2. Let's go through sector 1. Ooh. And he takes pole position. 124.4. That is a nice lap time from Saucy Chris.
Oh, My Life did manage to get out again, and he's the next across the line, but he runs it wide in the final corner, and I think that's it for My Life. Next, Brain Core stays P7, and that just leaves, I believe, Stone Shuffle to set a lap, but I think he is on his way back into the pit, so that's it.
He is.
Everybody
yeah.
done?
There we go. Well, Saucy Chris, second in the championship, first on the grid to start this race.
And look at the times. 1.4 seconds from 1st to 12th. That is pretty close. That is pretty close. Not quite Brazil close, but it's still close.
It is indeed. Right, there are your stand-ins for the race, where we're going to be starting off. The race in around 5 minutes of time. Saucy Chris and Panda are going to be starting from the front row of the grid. AsthmaFrog and Lethal Lanes on the second row. On the third row, Stone Shuffle and My Life. Brain Core and Pat Peter round out the fourth row. And the fifth row, it's going to be Party Hard and D&G Titan with King Jamie and Beastie on the row to the rear. The rear row.
Yeah, the rear of the grid.
Rear of the grid.
Rear of the grid. Well, I can't say anything because I failed dismally when I was going through the standings. I can say I'm rusty. I missed a week. You know, I've come back and it's all the lights and the glamour. It's too much.
You're far too relaxed. You've had a far too relaxing Easter weekend.
Yes, we'll say that. I actually have. I mean, in all fairness, yesterday I did some work on the house, but today mostly I just vegged out on the Xbox because I haven't actually had an opportunity to do that for quite a few months, where I can spend a whole day just vegging. So I am rather relaxed.
So, right, let's do a poll. Ooh. Let's do a poll. I liked doing these last week when I discovered who is going to win the race. Give us 4 options.
Saucy Chris, Pole Man, can't not. AsthmaFrog, again, you know you can't take this man out of it. Lethal Lind. And let me think. Who else can I use? Who shows random pace when it comes to the race? Why don't we say? No, we can't just choose the top 4.
Okay. Sorry, Panda.
What about Bray and Core?
Oh, okay. Bray.
Throw a wild card in there, yeah.
Bray and Core.
Throw a wild card in. I like wild cards. Wild cards, you know, wild cards can often surprise.
Pick them in. If you don't agree with any of those, then let us know. We'll see. Brain Core already getting a vote. Nice. We'll see.
Ooh, Brain Core, you got I say Brain Core, you got a vote, but there's a very good chance that you voted for himself.
There is a very good chance. I just realised that, yeah, he's definitely voting for himself. Which is
Oh,
good.
dear.
It's like you got to back yourself, right?
You do, yeah. I back myself always, all day, every day. At least my Merc will score today. I think he meant to say my Merc. Hashtag at least my Merc will score today. I think. Hey, JL thinks he's got a good chance of the win today as well.
Hmm.
I think, from Cyprus, the hot weather.
Definitely. Quite possibly.
He'll come back from Cyprus, super relaxed. He'll get on F1. He'll put in a masterclass of performance. He'll get to the last lap and he'll spin. That's how HL's going to go when he comes back. And that's purely because that's just how it always goes.
I'm just currently eating a little bit of white chocolate.
How dare you?
I know.
How dare you indulge in white chocolate? I nearly went. My wife got me a Easter egg, and it was what do you call it? I can't. I'll have to hang on. One sec. It was a Ferrero Rocher. Rocher. One of those Easter eggs.
Oh, well, that's fancy.
It was fancy. It is fancy. I've only had a little bit of it, and it's basically like a giant chocolate ball of Ferrero Rocher. It's huge and delicious, and mine. Sorry.
Now, right, Easter foods. What's your favourite? No, hot cross bun. Obviously, just Easter eggs, like chocolate. But I think instead of like doing like Easter eggs, maybe do something like mini eggs, because they only or cream eggs.
Nah, cream eggs. I like cream eggs when I was a kid. The list you've just given me, it's got to be hot cross buns, because you can have them all year round. But I mean, I'm sure most people do, and a lot of people do. I don't have them all year round, and they are very nice. But it's the only time of year that I will have a lamb roast dinner. So it's got to be the lamb.
Oh, okay. I'll give you that. I have a lamb in, and I'm having lamb roast dinner tomorrow.
It is good. This year I made duck yesterday, and I'll make lamb tomorrow.
Duck.
Duck is good. I do like duck.
Yeah.
The only thing with duck is you really can only make it for one meal, unlike other stuff. Like chicken goes for a couple. There's not enough meat on a duck to. This is really random for an F1 lobby.
It is a bit.
Instead of talking about roasting a duck.
Like, we could either go back and look at everyone spinning from qualifying, or we could talk about food. And I like food.
I like food. I'm a fan of food. And you are eating at the moment, and, I'm sure it's keeping our lobby entertained.
Definitely.
Oh, hey, Gerald has just brought a fair point up that he is 2 hours ahead of us, therefore he's already finished the race, so he must have already won.
Gosh,
Yeah, fair enough.
ahead. Flip, go to bed, man. Flip.
I was on holiday. Stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning and get up at 8. Enjoy the sun. Enjoy the sun with a
If I was on
cold
holiday, I'd
beverage in the
flipping have
morning.
an early night. I'd been like, don't disturb me.
Oh no, when I'm on holiday, I am on it.
Non-stop
Late night, early
party,
mornings,
are you?
yeah. Depends on the holiday. When I took the wife to Lanzarote just for one of those adult-only sort of hotel stay things, where you got to swim up pool bars and stuff. I pretty much just spent the entire time drinking, just constantly. It was great.
As you are. And why not?
I think Joey's not celebrating Easter this year because Easter is next week in Cyprus. So,
Oh, is it? Oh, interesting.
how can that work as a religious holiday? Oh, whatever. I'll leave it. I don't know enough about it.
Well, Apparently he's had a few whiskeys, so maybe that explains it.
I'm on the run.
He thinks it's next week, but that's because he's had a few whiskeys.
Yeah, that'd be it. That'd explain it.
Right, let's talk tyres. And I'll end the poll there. We have 28% for AsthmaFrog, Lethal Lins and Brain Core, and Saucy Chris 14%. There we go. Interesting. Right, let's talk tyres.
Brave man. We have a brave man on the track. King Jamie, P11. Soft compound tyre at Abu Dhabi. That is a very, very interesting call. There's nothing else to say. That's an interesting call. I mean, they're not going to last. It's 29 laps. It's a long race. Hard tyres last about as long as a medium compound does at other tracks. So, you know, you're looking at medium hard. You know, it's going to be suffering on tyre wear. Even if you are starting on the hards or mediums, you're going to be suffering. So if you start on the softs, it's going to be a really difficult race. I think he's going to be banking on 1 or 2 safety cars. The rest of the field, 1st to 5th, hard tyres, 6th on mediums, 7th to 9th on hards, and then 10th and 12th both on medium compound tyres. And now I can shut up and let you get on to the race start.
There we go. Right, we are pulling in to the grid. Let's get rid of the tyres. There we go. The lights are coming on, and we will be racing very soon in Abu Dhabi, and we are away. Let's see who makes a good start. Looks like Saucy Chris has made a good start. Panda upside along up into second. Oh, there's a spinner at the back. That's Stone Shuffle and Brain Core. Didn't quite see what happened there. I just saw a car going around. Doesn't look like he's got too much damage. Same with Brain Core, but these guys are having an incident and they're at the back. Lethal Lin's just being overtaken by My Life. My Life's made a great start up into 4th now, and they're still having a battle down the back straight. My Life on the quicker tyres. Will he make a lunge down into turn 6 now? They've taken a few out.
Ooh, that was tight. Linz did give the space. Looked like he would shut the door on him, but he then recognised the car was there and opened it again and gave the space, but managed to keep the position. Beastie NUFC seems to have some front wing damage. He is missing his left end plate off the start of that race. I wonder if there was a concertina effect from the spin with Brain Core and Stone Shuffle that's caused damage down to Beastie.
Quite possibly, but Saucy Chris is in the lead by a second now. It's just flitting around a second. Same with AsthmaFrog on the back of Panda up to a second, and then these guys are all now within a second of each other. All depends on if they can stay within a second of each other. Oof, My Life taking so much speed through turn 15. There we are, 15. Yeah.
Yes.
All the way
Yes,
on.
it is, yeah.
There we go. I've got the track map up to look at it. Yes, 16 corners on this track now. We've had a few taken out, which is good.
Yes, it is. I wanted to say I think it would have been turn 19 at the time before the change, but obviously we've lost 4 corners with the changes that they've done, which is basically just 2 chicanes.
So we'll look, Pat Peder and King Jamie going at it. Oh, they're going side by side. King Jamie is up the inside. Has he made that move stick on Pat? Yes, he has. So King Jamie making those soft tyres work. And he is up into 7th place.
So Brain Core only 4 seconds down off Pat Peder with that spin at the start, so he's not lost too much time, and he doesn't appear to have any wing damage I can see. So he's playing the long game. He knows that a couple of guys in front of him are going to have to stop, and that's going to give him a couple more paces, and he'll be on the better tyre when he stops. So it'll be interesting to see how he manages to make this work in the house after that early incident. Pat Peder, however, all over the back of King Jamie. King Jamie, I think, is already struggling on those soft compound tyres. Really taking some liberties with track limits here. I don't think I've seen him make a clean corner yet.
Well, he is he did tell us he was on preset 5 as well, and that might be accounting for some of that why he's so quick down the straight, and he was able to get past Pat Peder quite easily. But through this twisty section now, through the Sector 3, he's really struggled to stay ahead of Pat Peder, but he's going to have soft tyres and a very quick car in a straight line, and Pat Peder's going to still go try and make the move. He's got the DRS now this time. A nice pop out. They're pretty close going into this corner. Pat Peder breaks himself. Oh, and there's a little bit of contact there from Pat. That is not good.
I honestly couldn't tell who initiated the contact there between King Jamie and Pat. It looked like both aiming for the same apex at the same time.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Trying to hang it around and stay in it. Pat Peder went pretty late into that, pretty deep into that corner, I should say. And I think it was always going to be a closing gap, that gap for the corner. So potentially, maybe Pat should have just had another go.
Sorry, I've just noticed GWA Panda brought the gap back down to Saucy Chris now. Only 0.4 between the two. Also, the fight for P3 is getting a bit spicy, as My Life's made the move on Lethal Linz and is now eyeing up the Aston Martin ahead, but he is on the opposite strategy, so interesting to see how he can make it work with his particular tyre strategy.
And he's just set the fastest lap of the race as we jump on board with Panda. He's coming into turn 5 now, and he's going to have a run on Saucy Chris down this back straight up towards turn 6 and 7. He gets the DRS, pops out to the left-hand side, and makes that move stick with DRS. Is it a dual zone DRS? Will Saucy Chris get the DRS for this one?
Yes, he will get the DRS for this one.
There it is.
The line for the DRS on the second straight is just after the second apex on the chicane at the end of the long back straight.
There we go. Thank you for that knowledge.
That's okay.
I couldn't recall at that time. Oh, Lethal Linz and My Life are pretty close now. My Life may have set the fastest lap of the race on the last lap, but that has not put off Lethal Linz, our PlayStation runner in this league. We are cross-play, just so everyone knows. So if you're watching along and want to join our league, I'm sure you'll be able to do so no matter which platform you're on. As Lethal Linz tries to make a move around the outside, and he does. That's a very nice move indeed.
Really good battling, but that's giving AsthmaFrog the gap. But AsthmaFrog also very slowly reeling in the two in front. So Saucy Chris seems to be struggling at the minute on these hard compound tyres. Obviously prefers the softer option. He was very fast in qualifying, but he's struggling to keep this going as we have a yellow flag at sector 1, and that looks like Pat Peder in the wall. A spin out of turn 1 for the other Red Bull man. So difficult race so far for Pat, and he's lost his front wing completely.
That is not good, but I am just watching this battle between King Jamie and Brain Core. Brain Core made a move into turn 5. King Jamie, with that straight line speed advantage, though, running preset 5, managed to get straight back past him into 6 and 7. But now Brain Core is going to have that letterbox open on the back of his car. Oh, King Jamie really pushed him close to the wall, but Brain Core really wanted that. And he has managed to make that move back past King Jamie, and now King Jamie is going to struggle through sector 3 and lose a bunch of time.
Yeah, that was a good move and a good bit of battling between the two. King Jamie showed him the respect on the inside, showed him enough of a wheel and enough of the wall to maybe make Braincore think twice. Braincore saw the gap and definitely made the most of it. Yeah,
it was firm, but I would say fair.
Yes, I'd agree with that.
He did leave just about a car's width.
Yeah.
That's okay. Just about is fine.
Yeah, just about still a car's width.
Exactly. It's about the fine margins in Formula 1, isn't it?
That it is.
I just wanted to say this race has calmed down a little bit, but AsthmaFrog is pretty close on the back of Saucy Chris now, making a move up the inside. Will the Red Bull fend him off? Oh, he did a nice firm job of fending off AsthmaFrog, but AsthmaFrog is going to have the DRS, and he makes his way back past on this back straight down towards turn 9. So AsthmaFrog, our championship leader, up into second.
And GWA Panda with a 2.5 or 2.6 second gap to the guys fighting it out for P2 at the minute. The contact came. I was on board with Saucy Chris when the contact happened. He just clipped the sausage curb that unsettled the car. He was still full lock, but he was actually looking up to have a spin, I think.
So we're on lap 6 of 29. We're currently on board with Lethal Lins, who is closing in the back of Saucy Chris. Saucy Chris qualified on pole position, looked to get away pretty well, but has fallen off, and it's just gone off the racetrack there. That will be a track limits warning, I think, for the Red Bull driver, and he is really struggling at the moment at this point of the race. And Lethal Lins is going to think better of making a move into turn 5 and going to use that DRS advantage down this back straight. Let's have a look.
I've just had a look, and actually none of the top 4 have any track limit warnings so far, as Lethal Lins makes the move on Saucy Chris before they even get to the corner. So now Lethal Lins is going to be looking to attack AsthmaFrog, but AsthmaFrog's going to be really working his pedals off. I was going to say something rude. To catch on to the back of GWA Panda.
The Saucy Chris does have the DRS, but he's not quite fast enough to be able to make a move. Let's have a look. Party Hard's just made his way past My Life. Not sure what's happened to My Life. My Life showed loads of speed earlier on, but has fallen back somewhat.
I think he's going to be struggling with his tyres already, as we've already seen the soft runner box. I think he's going to be having difficulties with those medium tyres already compared to the hards.
Yeah, it looks like he was struggling to turn in through 13 and 14. And a lot of understeer on those medium tyres. Will he come into the pits this time around? No, not this time for My Life. When do you reckon he's going to come in to the pits?
He's going to have to. He's going to have to hang him out as long as he can. So I think he's going to aim for maybe lap 10 and do a 19-lap stint to the end on hard tyres. But depending on how bad they are feeling, he might have to pull that a little bit earlier. I'm surprised that more people didn't opt for the 2-stop strategy and just go medium, medium, hard here if they thought they'd be battling, because the battles can really increase the tyre wear on these cars.
They can indeed. Definitely, if you're going to go wheel to wheel with people, got to be willing to put the tyre life in. Oh, Lethal Lins. I thought he was going to collect the back of AsthmaFrog there. Managed to get it stopped for turn 6. And he's pretty close on the back of AsthmaFrog. It's I was just about to say it's the closest battle I've just seen on the list there. DNG Titan making his way past Beastie.
Oh, and Beastie not giving it up though. Beastie making the move back on DNG Titan, and King Jamie passes the both of them side by side with Beastie into the break zone. Oh, it's a tight squeeze, but King Jamie gets 2 in 1.
Oh, King Jamie showing that straight line speed. Very nice for him.
Very great clean racing there between the 3 of the drivers. As DNG Titan on the inside of Beastie as well.
Oh, and he makes a move stick. That's a fantastic move from DNG there. And
so Beastie goes from 8th back to 10th.
Gosh.
Oh dear.
But really great racing, firm but fair.
There's been a mistake. GWA Panda is now in P3.
Oh,
we missed the Ferrari driver going off. He was a comfortable 2.5 seconds in the lead, and now he's down into P3. So AsthmaFrog takes over the lead of the race. Be interested to find out what happened to Panda, as his teammate just lets him go on the straight. That's good bit of team orders there. I think he knows that Panda is a little bit faster than this weekend.
Yeah. So, will Panda be able to drag Lethal Lins along now? Because he's just out of DRS range at the moment. 1.2 seconds the gap to AsthmaFrog, who is in the lead. Let's have a look at Bray and Core making a big lunge up the inside of My Life. Plenty of space left by the AlphaTauri driver. And Bray and Core up into 6th. That is a nice move indeed.
It was a very nice move, and good driving again so far between everybody battling. Saucy Chris picks up the first penalty of the day, and somebody's lost their wing. I think Panda's hit the wall and lost his front wing.
It looks like it, and he's coming into the pits now. So he was the race leader, but Panda has fallen down to, he's made some sort of mistake, and then he's made another mistake and lost that front wing. So an early stop for him. Off come the medium tyres. On go. Is that another set of mediums?
That is mediums. I think he made a hard medium, and he's now just... Oh, he's on the way. That was weird. Did he freeze in the bits for you as well, or?
No, but I think I had like a random animation of the wrong tyres. He was on the hard tyres, wasn't he?
I had the same animation where they took the hard tyres off and it turned into a medium. Oh, I know the problem with my one was they weren't changing his front wing on my one, but they were in actual fact changing it because it was gone. So, yeah, Panda from first to P7. After that mistake he made, or two mistakes he made on lap 9. My life's still hanging out at the moment in P6 on the medium compound tyres, 9 laps in. Let's see if he does pull the pin and box here.
DNG Titan making a lunge, a late lunge up the inside of King Jamie. Will there be enough space? Oh, King Jamie very firm in his defence. DNG Titan making the switch back through turn 7. And now through turn 8, he'll have the DRS tucking back in underneath the wing of the Alfa Romeo, choosing the outside line. Will he be able to make it stick around the outside of King Jamie? King Jamie just running it out just a little bit to defend that place. I would say just about fairly so. And King Jamie manages to keep him behind.
And my life goes in the pits, but he very nearly hit the pit wall and practically had to stop on his way in. But he'll be moving on to a set of hard compound tyres now, and I imagine that they will be on till the end of this race. I called it. I like calling it with the pit stops. He hung it out for 10 laps on those and gets on to lap 11 on a fresh set of hard compound tyres. So we'll see now. I'll be interested now to see how far the hard compound tyres runners can take their tyres.
Do we think this is a one-stop race? Because that pit stop from Panda coming off the hard tyres onto the medium, that basically resigns him to a two-stop race. Do you think that's kind of race over now, or
he's gonna have
people gonna have to?
He's gonna have to stop again. But no, I don't think everybody on the hard compound tyres, or at least everybody that started on them, I think will be aiming for a one-stop. They're all going to hit a sort of wall on tyre deg at the same time and just try their best to push past it. But I can't imagine I'll see anybody on the hard tyres in the pits before lap 18. You know, unless they get wing damage. Because lap 18, with lower fuel loads, I think you can take those mediums to the end and not worry too much about the deg.
There's a great scrap for 7th happening here. King Jamie managed to get past My Life on the straight. My Life trying to make a move up the inside, but has managed to keep it for now. And Beastie's retired. What's happened to Beastie?
He's had a crash, and that is a full course safety car. Right as Saucy Chris decides to call me an idiot and go in the pits for a set of medium tyres.
Wow. Is that going to be good? That's good, I think.
It's good for him, but he has also resigned himself to a two-stop race, so he must have been really struggling on those hard compound tyres in order to jump onto the medium so early. So he'll be going medium to medium now from this set, unless there's another safety car to the end. But unlucky for BC, it looks like he just got a little bit too throttle happy coming out of that corner on the DRS straight, and yeah, that has brought out the full course safety car.
Right, to pit or not to pit? That is the question.
To pit. I think now everybody's going to go to that two-stop strat, and everybody's going to chuck on a fresh set of tyres so that they can scrap at the start of this. And yeah, I think the only person that's not going to do that and that's in a slightly better position would be My Life if he stays out on those hards.
And then Panda has already made a stop, so I assume if everyone else in front of him comes in for a stop, he's going to cycle his way up towards the front end of the grid again, but he's going to be on all the tyres.
He'll still come out, I think, behind Party Hard. Panda, I think if he does go, I think he'll still be behind Party Hard. So not quite as big an advantage as he'd like, but not the end of the world.
There we go. So these guys coming into the pits. Party Hard in the pits as well. Rain Poor. Saucy Chris is carrying on, as we said. Although I think the gap is big enough for AsthmaFrog and Lethal Lins to get out ahead of Saucy Chris. I think. Looks like they're out now. Yeah, they are. So where will Panda... Oh, it's going to be neck and neck between Panda and Party Hard. Let's have a look. Yeah, Party Hard just gets out just ahead of Panda.
Oof.
So not as much of the gains.
I'm going to end my predictions there because I've been right on 3 and I don't think I'll be right on the 4th. So
You're quitting while you're ahead.
I am, yeah. I'm not that much of a gambling man, so I quit there. But that has thrown this race wide open now because AsthmaFrog wasn't gapping Lethal Lins and GWA Panda was the fastest of the top 4 during that opening stint until he got his damage. So if GWA Panda is sort of shaking out the cobwebs, so to speak, and can avoid the walls for the rest of the race, he is still one to watch for this win, I think.
He is indeed. Right, let's have a look at some of these some replays because I've got that. Let's do this. Let's have a look at this one. This is... Oh, that's qualifying. My bad. Let's take that one off. I forgot I took a bunch of qualifying ones as well. So this was a good battle on lap 4. Nice aerial battle.
I've not seen some of these, so I'm not talking because this is the first time I've seen some of it.
Fair enough.
So I do apologise to everybody watching for that on my part, but I'm just watching this now, this tasty little scrap between My Life and Lethal Lins.
Yep, so that was Lethal Lins making his way around the outside. We'll play that one again. But a nice little scrap this was, and a nice aerial shot of the whole battle as well, which was good.
Yeah, it really was. That was a good camera angle for that little fight there. That little scrap.
They've done well.
So far, I mean, the only real mistake we've seen so far was, I think we missed what happened with Stone Shuffle and I think it was Brain Core at the start, but unfortunately Beastie out of the race, but luckily, like we said before the start, it was on his own, it wasn't multiple cars involved, and we still have 11 guys on track to scrap for this win, because I still think everybody in this lobby is capable of taking that win.
Definitely, I think so. Let's have a look at another replay. This was
safety car in this lap, just so you know.
Cool. Yeah, this was a battle between Saucy Chris, AsthmaFrog. That was AsthmaFrog making his way past Saucy Chris, and I think at that time it was Lethal Lins. Yeah.
Yes, this was a good scrap.
Right, these guys are going to start their race soon, so let's load up the next. And then we'll go back. Race.
Right, I'm going to jump on board with DNG Titan for this restart and let you know how it goes from the lower end of the field.
Right. So AsthmaFrog is going to pick when to go. It looks like he has put his foot down. He is making his way. And let's have a look. See if Lethal Lins can get close. Not quite close enough through turn 1. And
DNG Titan was looking at the inside of My Life, but thought better of it going into the first corner. But he's going to want to make quick work of My Life, because My Life's obviously on those hard compound tyres. King Jamie as well on those 8-lap-old hards is going to be struggling compared to the immediate runners around him.
So Lethal Lins is trying to get some slipstream off the back of race leader AsthmaFrog. Asthma has not put a foot wrong as of yet in this race, make its way up to the front of the grid, taking over the lead. But Lethal Lanes really wants to take that top spot away from him. Only 3/10 down the back of the straight, but without DRS at the moment, not quite enough in the tank as of yet. And Saucy Chris looks to be hanging on to the back of these guys. So potentially those newer tyres that he's got on his car will be serving him well. Because he was struggling in the race.
Brain core all over the back of GWA Panda, but GWA Panda just seems to have an extra gear in this final sector as he brings a massive gap over him and really bridges the gap to Party Yarn in front.
Just on board with My Life now. There's a really tasty battle happening for 7th, and that's held by King Jamie at the moment. DNG Tatum popping out, late move into turn 5. That is along the inside of My Life, but My Life's going to have a better run off that corner. But DNG Titan will have the slipstream off of King Jamie, who's got really good straight line speed. That was a really good move there from Titan to pick up his slipstream in particular, but My Life's just got enough straight line speed as well to stay alongside, but DNG Titan manages to make that move stick. And here comes Stone Shuffle. He wants to get in on the action as well. His teammates leading this race. He wants to show that he can get up there as well. And My Life running wide there through turn 9.
I'll tell you, that was brave. That was a brave, valiant effort from My Life to try and hold DNG Titan behind, but DNG Titan just had a better line and a better run coming out of that chicane, but it was really, really good driving from My Life.
It was indeed. But DNG Titan is up ahead now. But these guys pretty close, all on very close, within a second of each other on the back of King Jamie, who has 3 seconds worth of time penalties. Stone Shuffle making a look for a move, not quite close enough as of yet, but DNG Titan is really close on the back of King Jamie now. But we know how quick that Alfa Romeo is in straight line. And let's see if he can make a move down. Let's jump on board with some of these guys, see if they can make a move now that DRS is open. Lethal Lens doesn't look like it's quite close enough as of yet. Let's jump back here. I see some weaving on the straight. King Jamie trying desperately to break the toe, because that is the only thing that's going to enable somebody, as well as DRS, to get back past him on the straight because of that setup choice he's gone for.
Lethal Lind as well is all over the back of AsthmaFrog, but just unable to make the move on the Aston Martin driver. Meanwhile, GWA Panda gets the move done on Partyard. Partyard was defending valiantly in that Alpine. He's trying to get the run again on Panda, but unable to do it. So Panda then takes over P4, with Brain Core still all over the back of these two. So it's another 3-way scrap here for P4 on track.
A 3-way scrap for P1, a 3-way scrap for P4, and a 5-way scrap for P7. It is pretty tight racing here in Abu Dhabi in Division 4 of F1XL, and we are very much enjoying it.
Don't know where to look.
Exactly, I don't know where to look. Will DNG Titan, he's pretty close on the back of King Jamie. He doesn't make a move into turn 1. Not the best passing space. Turn 1, I've noticed. The Saucy Chris has actually just dropped off the back of these guys now. He's just on the edge of DRS range. I'm not sure he's going to get it on the straight. No, he's not got it. So Saucy Chris is now out of DRS range, and Lethal Lins jumps up the inside of AsthmaFrog. He manages to get that move done, but AsthmaFrog is going to have the DRS.
See what he can do with it. The gap did open quite a lot though between Linz and Frog coming out of that second part of the chicane.
Yeah, the Ferrari got a really good run of traction off of turn 7, and he's managed to make that move stick. So Ferrari hits the front for a second time in this race.
Panda's lost it again. Panda has got around again. no damage for Panda, but he is not in a good spot on the track for these
He
guys.
needs to just get out the way of these guys. My word.
Whoa.
It was close work.
That was very close. Look at it now, 6-way scrap for P6 on track as he loses it again. Didn't let his
Oh,
tyres cool
no.
enough. Pushing too hard on hot tyres, and it's caused him to spin again. He's going to be jumping in the pits as soon as he can, I think, to get a fresh set of medium under himself and carry on.
There he is. He comes into the pits now. He's a sad looking Ferrari.
Meanwhile, this scrap for P6 is just getting tastier by the lap as Pat Peter was eyeing up the back of the Aston Martin Stone Shuffle, but they all concertina up.
So we'll look at Brain Core. He's got DRS on party hard. Or was he making oh, I thought he was going to make a late lunge up into turn 6, but thinks better of it. Let's have a look at the battle for 6th. DNG Titan. It was so close there. There was nearly contact. Oh, looks like King Jamie's not had the best exit out of that corner. And this is going to be DNG's best Titan for a few laps. DNG Titan's best opportunity for a few laps to get past him. We're going on the outside of King Jamie. Pretty close there. Not quite enough. A staunch defense from the Alfa Romeo driver to keep DNG Titan behind. Oh, Stone Shuffle just running wide there. That's let Pat Peter through into 8th.
Now, we still have these guys gonna stop again, I think. I don't think their tyres will make it to the end. Yeah, there we go. Pat Peter into the pits. He pulls the pin a little bit earlier. My Life picks up another penalty. He's starting to struggle on those hard tyres. I think he's struggling to keep the temperature in them.
So we are on lap 20 of 29. This race has gone by really quickly, I think. I did not realize we're already well into the ending of this race, and it's been super action packed. Loads of stuff going on. King Jamie trying to desperately break the toe down this back straight. These straights are so powerful in these Formula One cars, especially when the car behind us DRS. And DNG Titan, oh, just a bit of a snap of oversteer there. He tried to put the traction down, and I'm not sure I'll be able to make a move into turn 9 this time around with that.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just sat on board with Party Hard, who's eyeing up the Red Bull in front of him. Saucy Chris. Saucy Chris, again, really struggling with this tyre deck setting into his car. And Brain Core's right on the back of these two as well, as, yeah, there goes Saucy Chris into the pits. Now, I think we'll see Party Hard and Bray jumping in the pits at the end of this lap. I think I actually see the top 4 jumping in the pits at the end of this lap.
Party Hard, this is a good race for Party Hard. He's not had too many finishes up there, but currently 3rd. This is a very good showing from the Alpine driver, and he's had some really good racing.
I was thinking the same thing. I just didn't want to commentate cursing. If something happens now, it's all going to be your fault.
Oh, AsthmaFrog, right. Okay, we are pretty close for an overtake on the lead. Oh, Brain Core. Is he up the inside? Well. So Brain Core's made that move, and then Lethal Lins has just been passed by AsthmaFrog with DRS into turn 9. So that's a two-way place change, and Stone Shuffle's up past King Jamie. We've missed that one as well. It's all happening at the same time.
I was on board with that. Stone Shuffle, DNG Titan and King Jamie was side by side. Oh, there's a little bit of contact there between King Jamie and DNG Titan. DNG Titan's had to go really wide, but Stone Shuffle managed to make a double overtake on the back straight to get himself up to P5.
Yeah, DNG Titan was going to come onto the track in the path of My Life, but saw the Alfa Romeo or the Alpha Tauri drivers come in, and it managed to just let him through and enter the track safely, re-enter the track safely. So that was good there. Good head on a stick movement there from DNG Titan. Be able to spot him.
DNG Titan in the pits now for a fresh set of medium tyres. So he's pulled the pin now after that little bit of contact.
Now, some of these guys coming into the pits sooner than AsthmaFrog, Lethal Lins. How powerful is the undercut? Sorry, on this track.
Not powerful enough with the gap that they have over Brain Core and Party Hard. If Brain Core and Party Hard were closer, I'd say that the guys would have a good chance at a good undercut. But I think the gap's just too much for everybody that's already boxed.
Fair enough. There
However,
we go.
It might be enough for Saucy Chris behind Brain Core and Party Hard, who has boxed. But I'm sure they're either going to stop like lap 24 for soft, so they're going to stop soon for another set of meat. They might stop for a set of soft, but I mean I wouldn't, but they might, yeah.
Right, there's the tyre picture at the moment. These guys, the first 4 guys on 9-lap holds, are now 10-lap holds. Medium tyres. Stone Shuffle was on his medium tyres 1 lap ahead. And then King Jamie and My Life have been on their tyres for a long time. And now behind them, you've got people who have just come into the pits. Did someone leave and then join?
I don't think so.
I saw something.
I didn't see anyone leave.
Okay, we should be good then.
I think we'll be alright.
I hope we're good.
Unless Beastie left. Maybe. Oh, we have a yellow flag in sector 1 and Saucy Chris, My Life, has had a spin.
So it looks he's back up and running again. Does he have all of these end plates? Yes, he does.
In peace. DNG Titan now picks up a penalty. So the closest battle currently on track, there are 2. There's Lethal Lins on the back of AsthmaFrog and Party Hard on the back of Brain Core. Really close for these podium positions at the minute on track.
It is indeed, and Party Hard will, I think, be very happy with this race so far. Has complained about getting into incidents, but has stayed relatively incident-free and has raced really hard as well. And yeah, this will be a very good result. It's looking like a very good result with 5 laps to go in this race. And these guys haven't come into the pits. Do you think they're going to stick it out until the end?
They're gonna try. I mean, that's definitely an interesting call. I would think they'd be in puncture territory in the next few laps, to be honest. But not being on board, I can't see the where and the deg, so they might be okay to go to the end.
Right, well, we will see what happens. They did have to come onto these medium tyres earlier than expected because of a safety car that happened earlier on in the race. Beastie.
Pat Peter.
Pat Peter, what's happened to him?
That's a safety car. Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
That is going to...
2-lap sprint. Oh. This is going to put everybody back in the pits, I think.
A late
compound tyres all around.
There we go. A late safety car. Jake saying great midnight entertainment. Well, it just got a whole lot more exciting. We're basically going to have a 2-lap sprint to finish off this race. And who is going to come into the pits? Is everyone going to come into the pits, do you think, for soft tyres?
Yeah, I would, personally.
Right, what do the leaders do? Oh, interesting. AsthmaFrog and Lethal Lins have carried on around. What will Brain Core do? Looks like Brain Core's coming into the pits. Party Hard is going to stick it out. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Party Hard picking track place over fresh tyres. Saucy Chris is carrying on round.
I'm very surprised by that decision by the top 3. I mean, they had nothing, especially the top 2, they had nothing to lose by going to the pits.
No, you would think not. Saucy Chris is on 4-lap-old medium tyres. So he's come into the pits not too long ago. They're still going to be in decent nick, especially for the last 4 laps. And he's going to have a big advantage over Party Hard, Lethal Lins, and AsthmaFrog, the 3 in front. That is interesting. Loads of people coming in to the pits behind them. We have 4 people on softs now. Braincore, Stone Shuffle, My Life, and Panda. We have 1 new medium runner, King Jamie. King Jamie used the softs earlier on in the race at the start. And DNG Titan is carrying on with those 4-lap-old medium tyres. Well, this is going to be very interesting. Who is going to take the win in this race? Let's do a little poll.
Another
polls.
poll.
Let's do a poll for those watching. Who is going to take the win?
I had AsthmaFrog on the first poll to take the win. But now, I don't know. I mean, take the win on track could be Saucy Chris with his fresh mediums, but then Braincore and Stone Shuffle are going to be really fast behind.
Let's do AsthmaFrog, Lethal Lin, Party Hard, or someone else. Here we go. Polls up. Who's going to take the win in this race? In late safety car, lap 26 of 29. There we go. We had someone random join. That's who I saw, and they've just left. So we're all good now. There we go. And if you're voting someone else in the poll, let us know in the chat. Jake thinks Braincore's going to take the win. Ooh.
I did say that. Braincore. I threw Braincore out as a wild card. I did.
You did, didn't you?
He's
You did.
currently in P5 with fresh, soft tyres on.
I'm not sure you're a commentator cursing anybody. I think you're commentator buffing them. I've never heard of that before. There we go.
No, I haven't. No, that's a new one on me. But I think the safety car should be in the end of this lap. There we go. There it is.
Right, we are going to have 3-lap shootout. Be 27, 28, 29. Yeah. 3-lap shootout. Jamie's gone Braincore, but I hope I'll be up there. So King Jamie has managed to find time to jump in the chat, which is cool. Thanks, Jamie.
Yeah, pause under safety car. Why not? We've all been there.
Why not?
So you hit the back of somebody anyway.
Right, so AsthmaFrog is going to be leading these guys away, and it's going to be a pretty intense finale, 3-lap shootout to decide the winner of this race. Awfully reminiscent of real life Formula One, and someone else is the vote that's 60% of the vote.
Oof, I gave it to Lethal Lins, but you know that soft compound tyre and Braincore as we are away out of the final corner. Yeah, Braincore right on the back of the Red Bull of Saucy Chris. He opens the door, but he doesn't go for it yet.
Oh, Stone Shuffle just got a little bit deep, and that's allowed King Jamie to pull up alongside, and he's made that move stick. So King Jamie up into 6th off the start. And Braincore looking very racy as well. They're going 3 wide into this corner. Saucy Chris making a move. Braincore, oh no! And he's touched the back of him.
Look at Jamie go!
Oh, King Jamie is speeding his way. Oh my, and he's going to take 3rd. Oh no! What an accident! That's 3 drivers out. King Jamie trying so hard to defend, and that is a massive accident.
Braincore in the lead. I'm not sure what just happened, but it looked like there was contact between AsthmaFrog and Lethal Lins, and Braincore now in the lead of this race.
So we have only 7 guys left in this race. Braincore has now taken the lead. Panda's up to 2nd, and that's mental. Such a big
Don't know what
accident.
happened. That was crazy.
So, anything can
Um,
happen, and AsthmaFrog has lost out somehow. He is in 6th, and Party Hard's in 7th, and Party Hard's coming into the pits. He's got no front wing, so Party Hard's coming in to the pits, and Brain Core is in the lead of this race and is looking to take the My Life's DNF. What's happened to My Life? He's looks like he's had an issue through turn 2 or 3. It's like he's maybe in the wall there. That's on the pit exit. So let's see if we can jump on board with Party Hard and see where he is. But we won't get another safety car for this. Keep an eye on the baton for the lead. Let's just have a look, see if we can see where this car is. There it is. There it is. There it was briefly. No wheel on. And that's what's happened there. So Party Hard 6th now. And it's going to be a 2-lap shootout for Panda and Brain Core to decide who wins this race. And it looks like somebody else is going to take the win of this race. My word.
It really does. I mean, if you're not on the podium position now, you just stay up for points, I suppose.
Definitely, it's worth it. The lowest points you can get is 8. Oh, and Panda's just picked up 3 seconds of penalties. And that, I think
that's it. I think that settles it for Brain Core.
That's it. Brain Core, I think, is going to win unless he has like some sort of crazy accident that falls 3 seconds behind. And they're all getting them now. DNG Titan Lethal Lins has just picked up 3 seconds now. So AsthmaFrog could very well recover and get second in this race, maybe. Panda takes the lead on track, but if I was Brain Core, I wouldn't fight this too hard. Because you know...
Stay within the 3, yeah.
Stay within the 3. You've got it. Keep it clean. And AsthmaFrog looking up the inside of Lethal Lins. He will get that position as well. Just a little bit of a bump draft saying, come on, buddy. Move it. I'm going to get past you anyway. Let's go. These guys fighting for the win. Now fighting over 4th. AsthmaFrog up into 4th now. He is 4 seconds behind DNG Titan. So he'll want to try and gain a second, but I'm not sure he's got enough time in this lap to do so. So as we round the final 2 corners...
Panda picked up another penalty.
Oh no, that's going to be... So Panda takes the checkered flag, but Brain Core will win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Oh, DNG Titan spinning across the line with a stylish pirouette, and AsthmaFrog not quite close enough to take that podium place. So points for style for DNG Titan across the line. That was quite.
How did I call that?
Look, commentator buff. Commentator buff.
Before we even started the race, I said, let's just go for Brain Core.
Wow.
Wild card in it, and he takes the win.
Well, there we go. The Haas driver taking his... Is that his 3rd win this season? Yes, it'll be his 3rd win this season. If he includes sprint wins.
Yeah. I mean, damn.
Wow. What a race. It was a mental race. There's your final standings for now. I feel like there might be a few penalties handed out, although half the grid were DNF by the time we got there.
I mean, the 3 cars in one incident after the restart. I mean, damn.
There we go. So Brain Core is your winner in Abu Dhabi, starting from 7th and taking the win. Panda gets second place, started in second, finishes in second. That's not bad at all. And D&G Titan started 10th, finished in third. So D&G Titan, a well-deserved podium there. AsthmaFrog, Sudley, finished fourth, and Lethal Lins in fifth. Party Hard rounded out the finishes in sixth. And then we had My Life, King Jamie, Saucy Chris, Stone Shuffle, Pat Pedan, and Beastie all DNFing.
What's the percentage? Yeah, Party Hard should keep his points. I think,
Yes,
'cause
he will
crashed
do.
out on
Yeah.
the last couple of corners, so Party Hard still takes sixth. Yeah. I'm gonna give my driver of the day to Braincore. He just kept it clean on no safety car, restart chaos, and took the win. So, yeah.
Very
What
good
can I say?
indeed. Right. We're gonna have to have a look at this incident that set everything to kind of crazy mode. I'm gonna have to have a look at it again. I'm fairly sure I clipped it. This is the bad time to find out I didn't clip it. Let's have a look. Yeah, so here's going to be the incident, I think. No, that's after the incident, isn't it?
Oh dear. So I'd have something to drink after that.
Here we go. Here's the incident. So King Jamie had this crazy run around the outside of Party Hard, and looks like he came across to try and defend, and he just completely misjudged it. I think that's how I'm reading it. I think that's what's happened. I'll let you have a look at it as well, Gunhead, on the stream.
Just looking to see if there was any kind of turn of the wheel. There was no turn of the wheel from King Jamie there at all. He kept the wheel straight.
Oh no, there wasn't any.
Yeah.
No, there wasn't. So yeah, you're right actually. Let's have a look at that back again. Let's bring it back. So
yeah, he was he got
wheel there.
alongside. He got alongside Party Hard. Made the move. He was ahead. Didn't turn his wheel to the left at all. Party Hard looks like he's drifting to the right, and the two come together, and that takes Saucy Chris out with him.
Yeah, straight wheel, and then you can see there, just he starts to go around. So that's my bad. That's not on King Jamie. He's he got T-boned, as it were, and that is what caused that massive incident at the end there. So there we go.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're the attacking driver and you've just gone past somebody else, and you keep your wheel straight, you have no obligation to move to the right side of the circuit. You can just keep going in the same straight line, and yeah, you'll see that Party Hard didn't make any sort of move to the left to try and avoid contact, and they came together and crashed.
There we go. So there's a bit of a live steward in there, but that's not to take away from Brain Core. A fantastic drive, and a really good move to go onto the soft tires in that late safety car. Yeah, a decent win, I would say, a well-deserved win.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Amazing. Anything else you want to look back on or talk about?
No, I think we'll leave it there because I think we're going to have a lot of disgruntled drivers after this one. 6 finishers. I'll just say, well done everybody that finished, well done everybody that started the race, and commiserations to those that DNF'd. But hopefully we'll see you all next week on Sunday.
Yes, indeed. next week we are going to be racing around the I can't remember what it's called. Catalonia. There we go. We are in Spain.
Español.
Sadly, in the game, we have the horrible chicane at the end, but it will be away for future games. That'll be good. Spain. Do you like Spain? Do you like the track?
I love Spain. I love Spain. People will take the piss, but I love Spain. Spain is probably my favourite track.
Oh, that's bold.
Yep. The first time I did a league race was the first time I did a league race at Spain. I won it. Everybody was saying how terrible it was, and I put a bit of practice in, and I loved it.
There we go. Are you around next week?
I am next week. Yep. I might be a little bit hungover, but I will be here.
Why is that?
It's my 30th birthday on Friday, and then I'm going out again on Saturday with friends. So good 2 days of drinking.
Well, there we go. Well, happy birthday in advance. And
thank you very much.
Yeah, hopefully we'll round off your birthday weekend with another great race.
I hope so.
There we go. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us live. It was great having you with us. Thanks for voting in the polls as well. And thanks for the kind words, Hake. Thanks for the entertainment. Amazing stream. Thank you very much. We will be back same time, same place next week for Span. I was going to say Spain and then the Spanish Grand Prix, and I did both. We're going to be in Span.
I like
That's
Span.
his new name.
Span's fine.
Span. There we go. So join us next week, 9 o'clock on this channel for that race. And yeah, great. See you there. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your bank holiday Monday tomorrow. And whatever you're doing, it'll be a good one. See you later.